Hello Summoners and welcome back to another ProGuides upcoming changes video. My name is Christoph and today I'll be going over a few of the upcoming changes that are hitting the Rift within the coming weeks. Everything I mention here can be found on the PvE right now or on the Riot dev boards, but please do keep in mind that nothing is set in stone and changes can be made before these hit the live servers. However, today's video is a little different than our usual upcoming changes videos because we'll instead be focusing on the reveal of a new champion called Sett. For those who are unaware, we actually leaked the reveal of Sett a few weeks ago, but it turns out that those leaks were all true and he is joining the League of Legends in Season 10. Sett is a pretty simple yet extremely fun champion with an awesome style and design. Out of every champion that was released within the past few years, Sett is by far my favorite, and he reminds me of Vi mixed with Garen, except with way more survivability and way more fun. In addition to that, we'll be going over some new skins and reworks that are coming very soon, so make sure to watch until the very end. Also, since this video won't have any balance changes being shown, we'll make sure to upload another video covering those upcoming buffs and nerfs next week, so smash that sub button to be notified of the upcoming changes part 2 video. And as always for today's question of the day, which champion or new rework is your favorite from Season 9? My favorite rework honestly has to be Diana. Her new playstyle is really fun and I love playing her in the jungle right now. Having that dash at level 2 makes her gank so much stronger. She actually feels like a champion before level 6. Make sure to give us your answers down below. I look at all of them. Also, if you guys are having trouble this preseason playing ranked, then I would strongly urge you guys to click that link below and go to ProGuides.com and get yourself a challenger coach. It's an extremely simple and effective way of getting better at League of Legends, and guess what? It's also super fun. I've made countless friends with high elo players, and they've all told me exactly what I need to do to improve. We also have a ton of amazing content on ProGuides from your favorite pro players. Players like Nightblue, Bunny Fufu, BoxBox, and even Loco Doco. So, what are you waiting for? Click the link below and start improving right now. Now with that being said, let's jump into the video. Alright, first thing is first. Let's cover a bunch of the new skins coming out because there are a ton. Firstly, we have the splash art of the new champion named Sett. Visually, he kind of looks like a Rakan mixed with Garen with a tiny hint of a traditional Trundle. Then we have the first skin line coming out, which is called Mecha Kingdoms. This is by far my favorite skin line in the past year, and I am totally buying every single one of them. First up, we have Mecha Kingdoms Sett, which really reminds me of Gundams. Next up, we have Mecha Kingdoms Jax, Mecha Kingdoms Garen, and Mecha Kingdoms Leona. Then we have another skin line coming out called the Dragon Slayers. This skin line features two champions, which are Olaf and Diana. At first glance, I thought that was Shyvana, but hey, I kinda see the whole Diana thing. Next up, we have a Freylord, am I saying that right? Freylord Silas skin, which looks really, really badass. It kind of reminds me of an Icy Talon. And lastly, we have confirmation that there are a ton of new skins coming out for these champions next season, but their splash arts are not available yet. Instead, we'll just be showing their in-game models, and they include Guardian of the Sands Janna, Guardian of the Sands Rengar, Guardian of the Sands Ryze, Mecha Kingdom Draven, Dragon Slayer Trundle, and lastly we have Mecha Kingdoms Garen Prestige Edition. On top of that, there will be a ton of chromas available for every single one of these skins, so save up all that blue essence, RP, prestige tokens, and wallets because these skins look amazing. Now with all the skins out of the way, let's jump right into the new champion, what you've all been waiting for, Sett, also known as the Boss. Why is there boss music playing right now? Sett is the leader of Ionia's growling criminal underworld. He rose to prominence in the wake of the war with Noxus and began his story as a humble challenger in the fighting pits of Navori. He's also going to be a solo laner and potentially a jungler or support who thrives off those hectic team fights and skirmishes. Here are his abilities. Sett's passive is called Pit Grit. Sett's basic attacks alternate between left and right punch. The right punch is slightly stronger and faster. Tryndamere. Sett will always open with a left punch, which deals normal damage, and then his right punch, which deals more damage, and comes out faster. In addition to that, Sett's punch speed will increase as he builds more attack speed, and this ability has a passive called Heart of the Half-Beast, which increases his health regeneration depending on his missing health. specifically 0.25 HP regen for each 5% missing HP. This means that it'll be really hard to poke him out of lane because he'll be healing up like crazy after being chunked out. Ranged top laners like Quinn, Teemo, and Jace might just have a hard time versus him due to their low mana pool. Sett's Q is called Knuckle Down. Sett's next 2 attacks deal additional damage based off of the target's max health. He also gains 30% movement speed for 1.5 seconds while moving towards enemy champions. This will make it very hard to escape or kite Sett because he'll just catch up to you. Combine this with things like Cloud Drake or movement items, and you have someone running at you with lightning speed. Sett's W is called Haymaker. Sett passively stores 100% of the damage he takes as grit to a cap of 50% of his max HP. Grit decays quickly over 4 seconds after the damage is taken. This means that Sett is a manaless champion, which is great. When you activate Haymaker, Sett winds up a giant punch in a direction, expending all his grit to deal a ton of damage, which scales off of his grit. This damage is all true damage and it targets people in the center, but will deal physical damage to enemies in the corners. Sett also gains a rapidly decaying shield equal to grit expended for 2 seconds. This champ has got a lot of survivability, and trying to burst him out is not going to do you any good. Next up is his E, which is called Facebreaker. Honestly, it's a very suitable name. Sett pulls in all enemies on opposite sides of him, dealing damage and slowing them by 50% for 0.5 seconds. If Sett grabs more than one enemy, then all enemies are stunned for 1 second instead. This ability is almost undodgeable, so you'll have to blink out or flash if he uses it while you're in lethal range. And lastly, of course, his ultimate, which is called the Showstopper. Sett carries an enemy champion through the air and slams them into the ground. This ultimate is badass. All enemies near the impact take a ton of damage based off the grab target's bonus health. This ability does physical damage, and targets hit by this are slowed by 99% for 1.5 seconds. Also, using this ability makes you feel super badass because you can literally feel the damage it does. Your entire screen starts to shake and your jaw just drops because of how epic the move is. So, what do we think over here at ProGuides about Sett? Well, overall, his kit is truly unique and we love playing him. I've racked up a ton of hours on the PvE playing him, and I'm honestly addicted. He's the most fun champion I've tried in a very long time, and I'm sure everyone will love playing him, but maybe not playing against him. Since he is relatively easy to play compared to the other new champions like Aphelios, he'll be indirectly stronger due to player mastery. So if you're ever in lane against him, make sure to build some grievous wounds, as well as some defensive stats, because he will burst you like crazy. If you ever get in range of his fists, be prepared to die, because there's little chance that you'll make it out. Also note that it's almost impossible to dodge his E because of the ability speed, so you'll have to flash or blink out of it. One major weakness that Sett does have, though, is his low mobility. Whenever you play against him, you should always try to gank him early. Sett basically has no choice but to 2v1 you guys, or just straight up flash. However, be very cautious when ganking him at level 6. He could easily 1v2 you and instantly win the lane. So these are our thoughts, but I want to know what you guys think about Sett down below. Make sure to comment. We read them all. Yes, even if there are over 1,000 comments, we still read them all. But sometimes we don't respond, but we do read them. So the questions are, will he be OP? How many skins will he receive next season? And how many times do you think he will be nerfed? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Okay, now before we get into the next section, which talks about ranked rewards per split for Season 10, there's something we need to address. If you take a look at Sett's splash art, you'll notice that there are 2 other characters beside him. To his left, you have someone that looks like Katarina, except she isn't exactly the same. This unknown character has some strange markings on her face and arm. Her clothes would not match Katarina's clothing, and her hair color is black instead of red. But she does look quite similar, and her weapons are also 2 dagger-like swords, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's actually her. Or it could be another champion coming to League. We don't know. It's all speculation, guys. We don't know. But just think about it. To Sett's right side, There is a character that looks familiar, but I can't really seem to decipher who that is. Kind of reminds me of Master Yi or Yasuo or Shen or maybe even Jax. Regardless of who that is, I'm hoping that these two characters also come as future champions because that would be amazing. I mean, come on, his name is Sett after all. It'd be perfect if these three characters came in a set. Alright, next up, let's go over some of the other smaller changes coming next season, starting with the first split ranked rewards. Now, every ranked split you receive a few rewards, and it appears that you'll be getting Aphelios emotes based off your rank next season. Here is a quick preview of all of them, starting with Iron, Bronze, Silver, Gold, Platinum, Diamond, Master Tier, Grandmasters, and finally Challenger. In addition to that, we have a bunch of new summoner icons coming next as well. Here's a list of them, and they include faces of the new skins. There's a really nice one for Aphelios, and a good Teemo icon with a gigantic foam finger, an fan icon, a really cute herald, and so many more. I don't know about you guys, but I think Season 10 is going to be the best season of them all. I'm already preparing for Season 10. I've been practicing in this preseason, and I really want to start strong. If you guys want to start strong as well, go to ProGuides.com and go get some help to bring your gameplay to the next level. That's going to be it for our upcoming changes video for Season 10. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, then please hit that like button, comment, and subscribe to be notified of our next video. We'll be making sure to keep you guys up to date as fast as we can whenever new League of Legends news drops. This includes anything about the new champion Sett, any new balance changes, new games from Riot, or just general news, so stay alert for that. And just as a final reminder, we will have another upcoming changes video coming out next week, which will cover more of the balance changes. That's going to be it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Good luck in your next few games, and we'll see you on the Rift.